See you. I can imagine you, and you can see me. Hello. Let me just center myself with my beautiful gong that I have behind me. Yes. How are you? Yes, we're alive. I am so happy to be with you today, this Wednesday, and to share such an important theme. I think all of us in certain moment we have felt like betrayed, perhaps by life, or I don't know, a friend, a colleague, your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. So we kind of have an idea of how it feels, and it carries a lot of pain. I'm just fixing my pants. It carries a lot of pain, it carries a lot of frustration, it carries so much sadness and depression. It carries just like a shock. You cannot believe everything moves. So it's something like so strong against your self-esteem. So what to do when you feel betrayed, and that is the theme for today, that I wanted to share some things and some ideas, some reflections. And of course, whatever you have in mind, whatever you would like to share with me, I would love to know about your experience. And so, well, this experience, today's session is going to have three different moments. So in the first part, I'm going to talk and share with you some ideas about betrayal and what to do about it, to overcome that pain, to come back to yourself, to understand what can I learn. And then after that, we're going to do together this meditation, which is meant to be like so healing. It's meant to focus on forgiveness, which is very, very necessary. Very, very necessary just for you. Just for the person who experienced not for the person that committed the treason, but for that who received the surprise or the shock. And it doesn't matter that it happened like long, long time ago. It is always a good opportunity just to let go of anything like was left there in your heart, in your soul. And this may be an experience when you were a little boy, a little girl, and that is still very important just to let go. And then after the guided meditation, I am going to amplify the experience of encounter with yourself, encounter with the source, in alignment with yourself and life. This is going to be amplified by these beautiful, beautiful sounds coming from these ancient instruments, the gongs. For those who are watching through Instagram, you can see only one gong, the one that I have behind myself. And for those who are with me sharing this beautiful opportunity in togetherness, you can see three large gongs. Beautiful, beautiful instruments. Is to me always a joy and honor. And I also have like some whirling gongs, some bells, chimes, some rattles that I may not use today, and the singing bowls, of course. So, well, this is meant to create like this bubble of healing sounds, just for you to feel in your body that harmony, that connection with life. So, for those who don't know a lot about gongs, I would invite you to research, to read on them, upon them. It's so interesting. These are ancient instruments that have been in humanity for around 4,000 years with different purposes, celebratory, healing, to reconnect with the divine, to reconnect, to feel a connection with life, with the self, which at the end we all are part of this beautiful and complex entanglement called life or cosmos or universe. It all depends is our mind focusing on, and it is all like a one energy. So let's begin with the theme. Betrayed. I was listening to Eckhart Tolle and some ideas that he was sharing about this theme, and for him it was just like the word carrying such a heavy energy, very, very heavy, to use the word or to include it in our narrative. Uh, so that to me was very interesting, because then that allow us to find a very simple solution. So, for example, he was saying for the person who received that, uh, who was like the receiver of the shocking situation, it's much better to think, him or her manifested a behavior in the level of consciousness in that moment that he or she had. It is very different to say, like, I was betrayed, because that really damages a lot the sense of self. So that was Eckhart Tolle's reflection, which I completely resonate with. Because at the end, it is easier, just using a different narrative, it is easier to overcome such a painful experience or painful emotion. And I was listening to different authors, in their viewpoints, Deepak Chopra, and then myself would be like much more to focus on, but where is this coming from? Because at the end, it is very common and frequent that things that we are experiencing currently have a lot to do with what we live in our childhood. So let's say if this feeling of this person giving the back to me, or just leaving me by myself, or saying something but doing something different, and me feeling betrayed by that person, perhaps this is something that I was feeling since I was a little kid, and I feel so betrayed. So this is something that to me is so important, always to find out, what is this pain trying to teach me? What can I learn from this pain, from this situation? First of all, to understand is that the only way is to come back to yourself, because at the end, you are the source of life, of love, of trust, of harmony. I'm convinced that it is not the responsibility of the other people or life or the circumstances to give us that happiness. It is up to us to create that happiness. But of course, when you have this bond, this intimate bond with someone, and you trust so much that person, and you can feel the feelings of that person the same as you feel your own feelings. So there is this really intimate bond. And all of a sudden, this is like completely ripped out. Then something very strong happens within ourselves. You really feel that, yes, like half of yourself is gone, something like that. So I do understand it is very painful. It is really painful. But then at the end is to reflect upon, okay, human beings, we are not enlightened beings. There are different levels of consciousness. So there are some human beings that really create and cause a lot of pain because of these, because they are not conscious. So it is also up to us to observe, who are we relating with? Who is that person that I have in front of me? Is this a person that says and expresses what he really means, or does what he says? So to be observers of that, why am I relating to these kind of people? Is it that I need to overcome what I was feeling in my childhood? Is it that I was feeling so abandoned when I was a little girl, that I found somebody that would abandon me? Is it that when I was a little girl or a little boy, I felt like replaced, like I was changed for somebody else, or I was not the chosen one, and perhaps this is the kind of relationship that I'm living currently? To me, I think these are like very important questions to ask, to observe. What can I learn? But this is part of coming back to the self. What is that individual? What is that history that we are carrying? What are those beliefs and ideas about life and love and the others? So yes, this is a good opportunity always to reflect upon that. And then some recommendations to create some detachment. That means to stand back and to become more the observer. Instead of being like the victim, to become more like the helper of myself. Then another thing is to find always like a confidant, somebody that perhaps lived the same experience and now he or she came out on the other side. So it is very good for me to have that person close to myself. Other thing is, for example, to really acknowledge and to feel that inner hole and to grieve over it, but promising myself that that hole is going to be filled. To focus on the tomorrow, which is going to be better than yesterday, instead of staying fixated with the past and going over and over again to the story, because sometimes it is that narrative which creates so much and amplifies the pain. So it's literally to focus on that tomorrow, which is going to be better than the past. And then to really create like recovery, emotional recovery plan. Not just leave it to time, not to do it for me. No, myself, to take care of me, of myself, self-care. And to acknowledge where are my wounds, what am I feeling, what do I need to do? And to do like a complete plan. Another thing is to avoid or to counteract self-pity, is to be of service to other people. And that is going to help so much my self-esteem. Because that, when you're in the position of helping or assisting others, that gives you like that inner strength, that reminds you how resilient you are, how important is yourself, because you're helping others. Others need of you as well. So all those are little things that we can do instead of being just like thinking over and over again and what might have happened if. No, because at the end, all what you need to do is to go back to yourself and to become more and more who you really are. And just to pay attention in other people, because Simon says it has to do with levels of consciousness. So pay attention on that, pay attention on yourself, pay attention in that childhood. Perhaps there's something that you still need to heal. Because probably if I don't pay attention on that childhood, when I was feeling betrayed, when I was feeling so abandoned, when I was feeling not loved, when I was feeling compared, the same as I am feeling currently with this situation, if I don't attend that childhood, then life is going to present to me like similar situations, just different faces, different names, but the same situations. So I need really to transform and to heal those symbols from the past. And also to reinforce yourself using words of truth, positive affirmations. I'm a beautiful human being. I'm worthy to be loved. I am love. I am a source of love. I am life. I am resilience. I am strength. I am harmony. And all which I am, I can share with others. But I am the source of all that. So the power resides within myself. So I don't know what are your thoughts on these. I just want to say hello to friends that I noticed that they are here in the Instagram. I cannot see Facebook. But thank you so much for joining this virtual space, which is meant to be an opportunity for you to reconnect and feel that connection with life, with the wonders and the beauty of life, because at the end we are part of it. And to try to overcome our own minds and that narrative or those stories in one's mind, which tend to be like, as we know, all the stories in my mind, this inner soundtrack has a tendency to be negative and redundant and self-sabotaging and disempowering. So imagine if we feel that inner soundtrack with the present or the current situation, oh my God, that is going to be like hell. So no, stop your mind. Even if you are living this painful situation currently, stop your mind. Just focus on what you are feeling. And yes, allow yourself to feel it. And allow those feelings and emotions to go through you, because that is the way to release them. But just the emotions. not the story. The story or the new story is I need to pay more attention on myself. What do I feel? What do I want for my life? And create a plan. Any or every new beginning is a wonderful opportunity of evolution. Just remember that. Remember also that as you are part of life, you have resilience, you have strength. You have always the capacity to reinvent yourself in a better way, in a wiser way, closer and closer to yourself. That is evolution. For example, for Carl Jung, he would say, okay, we come to this life, we come from the unconscious, the collective unconscious, where all the archetypes are. We come to this life to fulfill our missions, to give something that is going to improve humanity, to add something, and then we go back to the collective unconscious. So that means that in this whole process in life, you would become like closer and closer and closer to who you really are, because then you would go back to that essential energy. So yes, I think any opportunity in life, any change, as painful as it may be or feel in the moment, is always an opportunity of evolution. It's an opportunity of spiritual growth. And always to commit with life, to commit with ourselves, to commit with love, to commit with compassion. And to feel once again that connection with the source of life, which is yourself. You have within yourself the center of creation, your heart. So just to feel that connection is going to be like good enough, perfect. So why don't we begin with our meditation? And I will just ask you to go for and get your headphones if you have some headphones available for you to really have like a very pure and wonderful acoustic experience. But if you don't have headphones, don't worry. If there is people in the house where you are in this moment, or in the place where you are in this moment, just let them know that you're going to do a meditation, and if they want to join you, that would be wonderful. This is a meditation that is good for anyone. And also, if there are like sounds in the environment, just integrate them. Everything is part of the experience, and it's well, all is well. Let me just explain to you a little bit how is this going to be the sequence in the guided meditation, and why a guided meditation. If I have these beautiful elements and just with the sound would be so perfectly fine. Well, the guided meditation has a very unique purpose, which is to create a new symbol, because when you are imagining with the suggestions that I would begin to give to you, you begin to create images. Those images are new symbols for your unconscious mind, where is this place in your mind of difficult access, where you can create sustained changes. That is the unconscious. Is where all the symbols and negative beliefs are also there. They reside there. So the opportunity through a guided meditation to create a new and positive symbol is great, because literally there is where you can create a change in your life, a sustained and deep change in your life, and then all else is going to be manifestation of that new symbol. So the intention of this meditation then is, first of all, for you to enter in this relaxed, very deeply relaxed mode, because when you do so, then your brain waves change from alpha or beta into theta, which is ideal. It's like a hypnotic state. Your mind is like so open to create new images and symbols. So that is going to be the first part, just for you to relax. Then the guided meditation, focus on forgiveness, just for you to forgive, to let go, to completely let go, to heal yourself, to let go of that heavy burden that is not allowing you to evolve in your life. So just to let go, and then after that, the amplification. Okay, so let's do it. I'm gonna turn off the light, and let's begin. Turn it off. Yes. And all what you need to do is to close your eyes, because this way you're going to allow it to be an acoustic experience with no interruptions, with no distractions. So just listen to the sounds initially and allow yourself to completely relax. Imagine that nothing exists outside. It's just this beautiful inner universe of yours that you are about to explore. Be aware of your inner sensations, the sensations in your body as you relax your feet and your legs and then your hips. Take a deep breath. Try to breathe in like in 5 or 6 seconds and then exhale in 6 or 7 seconds. Relax your body, relax your chest and your shoulders. Visualizing as you relax your shoulders how you are letting go of all that heaviness that you have been carrying with yourself for so many years. And today, in this timeless space, it is time to let go. It is time for you to let go. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms and your hands. Take another deep breath and relax every finger. Relax your neck and visualize as you relax this part of your body, how communication, this energy of communication flows completely, and you express who you are. You express what you need accurately and confidently. Relax your face and your eyelids. Relax your forehead, knowing and feeling that all is well. Life is wise. Life is this energy of love which you see in nature, and every sequence is so wise, so you trust in life, and you relax your forehead. Inhale, you are breathing life. Visualize that energy of life which you are breathing. Imagine it as light. You are breathing life. Inhale light and exhale tension. Inhale light and exhale your pain. Inhale light and exhale your concerns. Let them go. Now visualize this luminous sphere in the top of your head, and open your chest. light, a very high frequency energy. It's a healing energy, and you open your seventh chakra just to receive it. Visualize how this light, high frequency energy is entering from the top of your head through your body, feeling it, healing it, and you can feel it. Feel it. Observe how all these light is going through every part of your being, illuminating it and healing it. See it, visualize it, and feel it. Inhale and exhale. And now imagine that person that you need to forgive in front of you. And with all this light within yourself, you express to this person, today, I decide to forgive you, and I forgive you. I decide to heal myself, so I forgive you. I decide to let go of this heavy burden I have been carrying with myself, so I forgive you. I decide to let go, and I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And ask to your soul, what can you learn from this pain? And open yourself to receive the responses, the answers, and listen carefully. What can I learn from this pain? Listen. Ask your soul to help you, to empower you, to give you the strength to forgive. And as you are feeling and sending this energy of forgiveness, you begin to feel it in your heart as a powerful and peaceful energy which is growing and expanding. Energy of forgiveness, inner peace. Feel it. And you can see how it is expanding more and more. I forgive you. Feel it. I forgive you. Now you see the person in front of you filled with all this light of forgiveness joy, freedom, love. Feel it. That is yourself. That is your true light. That is your inner source of love. Endless, infinite. Feel it. And as you listen to the sound of the gongs, feel how it expands, connecting you with all of life, all of life, strength, harmony, wisdom, joy, gratitude, all of life. That is you. Feel it. Feel that infinite love. Feel it. And continue to expand it. Just breathe. Breathe it. eyes closed, just begin to come back. Bring your awareness back to a new life, to a healthy body, to a life of freedom, to a life of love. So take a deep breath, just breathe life. And as you do so, and you exhale and relax your body, just begin to move your fingers and your toes. If you feel like you can stretch your body, as when you wake up in the morning, just stretch your arms and your legs. And whenever you feel ready, just open your eyes. And give yourself a very loving welcome to a new life. To a new life, a complete new stage in your life. So I'm gonna turn on the lights. To welcome you once again. Were you able to relax? Were you able to do the meditation? Was it simple? Was it challenging? Was your mind very busy? So I hope you were able to relax. I hope you were able to allow yourself to go deep into the essential part of your being, basically. I hope you were able to forgive, to let go. We need to do that almost on a daily basis, sometimes. You know, sometimes we were talking about levels of consciousness or awareness. And sometimes we're expecting so much from the others, from our loved ones, or from circumstance in life. And that sometimes is almost like impossible to happen, because my expectations are never going to appear there, you know, in other people's life. It's just a matter of understanding that each human being, each person, and even life circumstances, they just are the way they are. And each one is trying to do something about themselves. And depending that level of consciousness, they may just be like flowing. So it's all up to us just to focus on ourselves. What do I want for my life? How do I want to feel life? Am I really like willing to carry all this heaviness with myself? No, not at all. That's why it is so important to forgive life, to forgive circumstances, to forgive myself, because I always carry all these expectations which create constant frustration, perhaps. So to forgive is just to let go. So to let go is a wonderful cleansing practice for you to become more and more who you really are, instead of just carrying so many stories in your mind. It's not worthwhile. It's not worthy. It's much, much better just to live life in a lighter way and to focus on the wonderful things that life is offering. So really to appreciate more than to expect, to become more experts in appreciating every single detail that life is offering to me. And if the person that I have in front of me, have something that I can appreciate, I'm going to appreciate that. If it's something that is teaching me to come back to myself and to focus on what do I want to create in life, instead of focusing on what are you giving to me. You're not giving to me what I need for you to give to me. So all those kind of things. So here the invitation is to always appreciate versus expect. That is going to diminish so much. It's going to lower your levels of frustration and pain on a daily basis. And then whenever you feel like betrayed, to forgive. To forgive, to cleanse your heart, to cleanse your soul, to ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And to go back to yourself. to tell yourself words of love and kindness, of truth, how worthy you are to be loved, beginning with yourself. So, thank you so much for being part of this session. Thank you so much. You cannot imagine what a joy it is for me to be able to create this virtual space in which I think many of us are doing something very similar, just trying to share who we are and share all those tools that may be of benefit for so many people. And I am doing this with all my love. So thank you for being part of this experience, for all of us to, in togetherness, create a different experience in life. And I am Gaby de la Mora. You can find different meditations in the channel Gaby de la Mora. No, yes, it's gabydelamora.vhx.tv, and that is unlimited channel with meditations, guided meditations with the sound of gongs, mindfulness practices, life coaching tutorials, visualizations in nature. So there you have the mountain and the lake and the ocean and the seasons of the year for you to remember yourself, to remind yourself that you are part of that we all are part of it, and we have it on us, so within ourselves. So I invite you to explore that channel, and just for us to continue in these spaces. Thank you so much, and I'm going to end this session for today. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday, and in Spanish next Monday, and that's it for today. Thank you very much.